Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your preview to Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Kick-off time in the UK, 3 PM, live on Sky Sports, and it will be played at Old Trafford. Now, going into the game, the big news is that one Mason is currently out of our football club for good, and the other Mason Mount, is out of action until after the September international break. He has picked up an injury. Wow, that's unbelievable. It's been a shocking start from Mason Mount, but I never wanted him in the first place. I mean, I never wish the player was injured though, and hopefully he'll make a speedy recovery, but I mean, he's nowhere near good enough to be in this Manchester United team playing with Bruno Fernandes, so at least someone else is going to get an opportunity for a change. So that's one saving grace, but obviously I hope Mount recovers, even though I'm not a fan. So the lineup I'll go with: in goal, Andre Onana; right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka; centre backs, Martinez, Rafael Varane. Now, there's been a lot of reports about Rafael Varane if he's going to Saudi, and he says he will turn down any offers from Saudi Arabia League because he's very happy Manchester United. That is wonderful news. That was coming out from Fabrizio Romano, so I'm really happy in that news. Left back, Luke Shaw; central defensive field, Casemiro; then in the midfield, Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, Garnacho, and Marcus Rashford. Yes, that's the lineup I go with. Now, we know Marcus Rashford is much better on the wing than what he is up front himself. Being up front, that just does not suit him, where if he's on the left wing, he is absolutely fantastic. If I was Erik Ten Hag, I would do what he was doing in pre-season. Play Sancho as a false number 9, because actually, as a false number 9, he scored a couple goals in pre-season, Jadon Sancho, so I don't understand why he's not tried it out in the Premier League. Now, I'm not Jadon Sancho's biggest fan. He's yet to impress me, but if he can do well being a false number 9, then I can see him scoring quite a few goals. It's about time Erik Ten Hag tried that, in my opinion. Play him as a false number 9. What have we got to lose? It can't be any fucking worse, surely, than Marcus Rashford's been up front himself, because when he's up front himself, he's not his suited position, and he's getting no service whatsoever, Marcus Rashford. So that's why we should play false number 9 and have Rashford on the left wing. Hopefully soon Højlund will be able to make his debut. I still think he's injured at the moment, but hopefully he'll be available soon. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Højlund does. You know, the amount of money we paid, it's a massive gamble. Now, going into this game, I really hope the players' attitude, they go out there and put up a good performance, because these last two matches have been nothing short of a disgrace, performance. I know we won our opening game of the season against Wolves, which is great, all 3 points, which that's all I care about. You know, you get all 3 points. I don't give a fuck if we win good or ugly. But, you know, that performance against Tottenham was shambolic. We were all over the place. Midfield, no creativity. Casemiro being made a bang average player by playing Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes, because they both play in exactly the same position. But now Mason Mount is out, it's an opportunity to reinstate Christian Eriksen into the starting lineup, and hopefully that will fire Casemiro back into life as well. Now, Casemiro should be the club captain. Bruno Fernandes, to me, is not a proper leader. He's just constantly going on the referees like that. It's so fucking annoying. Really is. I get so annoyed when Bruno Fernandes is constantly in the referee's ear. It's like, just let the referees do their job, for fuck's sake. Stop fucking going on at the referees. It's so annoying that Bruno Fernandes is doing that all the time, which is why Casemiro should be captain. But Erik Ten Hag made Bruno Fernandes captain. But to me, Casemiro is a true leader, the most experienced player in this Manchester United team. He should have been given the captain's armband. But instead, Bruno has, which now Ten Hag could pay the ultimate price for it. But now will be interesting to see if Casemiro can return to form, as I said, with Mason Mount being out. Nottingham Forest, obviously they used to have Jesse Lingard, but they released him in the summer. He's now gone to the African League to play. But now they signed Ante Alanga on the permanent transfer, and they're hoping to sign Dean Henderson back on loan as well, with an obligation to buy later on in the future. Now, I heard we are after a backup goalkeeper, but I couldn't tell you what his name is because I've never heard of him. But it's like Dean Henderson is heavily linked to return back to Nottingham Forest. To me, I cannot see Dean Henderson playing for Manchester United again. He did very well in that spell covering for David De Gea, but to me, he was not quite number one, and I could see why De Gea was still the number one choice. Despite De Gea making a lot of errors, he was still the much better goalkeeper than Dean Henderson, in my opinion. Onana is doing a decent job. His first two games, his kicking has been fantastic, but positioning for me is still a little bit concerning. Nottingham Forest, they'll be looking to go into this game to try and expose Manchester United's midfield, but hopefully now Mason Mount it's a wake-up call for the midfield for them to step it up. You know me, as I keep saying, I'm not a fan of Mason Mount at all. I never wanted him in the first place. I said back in July he is going to be a flop, and I am being proven right so far, but I never wish the player was injured. But now it's an opportunity for Ten Hag to pick his decent midfield, and Marcus Rashford, as I said, should not be a false number 9. He should be playing on the left wing. When Højlund is hit, put Højlund up front and Rashford on the left. But it's the only options we got, because we can't really start Anthony Martial, can we? Because he's made of fucking glass. He's always injured, he is, Anthony Martial, which is real unfortunate. When he's on form, he is good, but as soon as he's on form, he picks up injuries. It's like, he is completely made of glass, I tell ya. But the defence, Martinez needs a better performance. I'm not really been impressed with Lisandro Martinez these last couple of games. Martinez is a quality defender, but to me, he's not looked right ever since he's had that injury last season. I'm hoping where it's still early in the season for him, he can return to form and be like the defender he was last season. But yeah, performance has not been good enough by Lisandro Martinez. He's a brilliant defender, but he's seriously got to step it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still a much better option than slabhead Harry Maguire, who should be nowhere near this fucking football club. I wish he fucks off to West Ham, but he wants to stay, he's on big money, so he doesn't care about no badge. All he cares about is the money. But he's what he is. I'm very happy in the defence partnership we got, Varane and Martinez, and I'm so glad Varane is not going to Saudi Arabia, because that would have been a massive loss, because we would have had to play Martinez and Victor Lindelof as our pairing. I'd rather have Martinez and Lindelof though than Maguire and Lindelof, because Maguire makes Lindelof so bad, but when he plays with Martinez or Varane Lindelof, completely different player, a much better player. Such a great defender when he's playing with Martinez or Varane Lindelof, but when he's playing with Slabhead and Maguire, he is absolutely useless. Comment your thoughts down below, I will always reply. My score prediction for this one, I'm going for 3-1 victory to Manchester United. We need a better performance, we really do. previews this season, I started to do 10-minute previews instead of 5-minute previews because the views for 10-minute previews have been absolutely insane. So, yeah, and that's why I'm sticking to doing 10-minute previews from now on. I did it on the first weekend of the season, thinking it's the first weekend of the season, but to see it being so successful on the first weekend of the season, I was thinking, right, I'm going to do 10-minute previews on a regular basis now. So comment your thoughts down below, I will always reply. And Forest, I mean, no disrespect to Nottingham Forest and Steve Cooper, but Manchester United should be winning this game about 3-1 or something, but we never make it easy for ourselves, do we? We're Manchester United Football Club, we never do things easy, but that's the whole fun of being a football fan. Bye bye.